Hey everybody, Caitlin and I are back today with another Summer of Stories video. For my spreads today, I did a big stash dive and pulled out this Prima collection. This is Dulce, and it is, last year? Maybe, kinda? Maybe even the year before. So I just pulled out my scraps on the 6x6 paper pad. That's all I'm going to need for this layout. And I'm going to go ahead and choose two patterns that I like because I'm going to cover up both sides of this particular spread. I end up choosing to go with 6x6 papers instead of my larger 12x12. Just I like the size and the scale of the patterns better for my mini book. So I cut down both sides of the papers, both pattern papers I want to use, and now I'm going to go ahead and get to work on titling each of my spreads. I'm going to go ahead and grab a T-square ruler, and I'm going to make a pencil mark very light here so that I can kind of keep my title for this side of the spread straight. That being said, once I start to go ahead and stamp, there isn't enough contrast between the ink that I've chosen and my pattern paper. So I'm going to have to flip that up anyway. I'm going to be stamping using Catherine Pooler ink in Coral Cabana. And I am going to go ahead and use this stamp set. This is an oldie but a goodie. It's an older stamp set from the Paper Person shop. I know it's not in stock anymore, but any kind of just small serif type of a font would work really well for this particular technique. I ended up switching it up here to get a little bit more contrast. I didn't like how my ink was kind of, you couldn't read what I was trying to stamp out. So I grabbed some of my cardstock. I'm going to stamp out my title. So my two spreads today are about places that are local to us that we go, events, amusement parks, stuff like that. So the past 2 weeks, we went ahead and went to two of those. We go every year. So it was, we didn't go last year, obviously, but we were able to go to both places this year. So I went ahead and decided to document those two places in my Summer of Stories book. I'm just going to go ahead and stamp out the name of the first place, which is like a fireman's carnival type. I don't know if, I'm sure you have something similar, but ours is called, or the one local to me is called Ferndale Jubilee. So that's where we were going to go. And I went ahead, I typed the name of it out, or stamped the name of it out on these white strips of paper, and then I'm going to go ahead and use them to adhere to the bottom of my spread. So I'm using the same kind of types of ideas, products to make these two spreads for this week cohesive, kind of the same. I am going to use a lot of cute staples to add a little bit of flat dimension to my page. This album is getting chunky fast. And that's okay because we only have one more Summer of Stories series. Caitlin and I, we only have one more summer series to go. Can you believe summer's almost over already? Ugh. But we've already been brainstorming, and we have a new series coming for you starting in September. That's going to be super fun, and I hope that you guys really like what we've come up with. It's going to be really, really fun, I think, for both of us. We work together really well, and she's fabulous. If you haven't subscribed to her or checked her out yet, definitely grab the link to her channel. It'll be in the description box below. She's such a sweetheart. All right, back to the page. So I did go ahead and ink all of my pages with some Vintage Photo Distress Oxide ink. I'm going to go ahead and adhere the pages down. That's my dog nephew, Benny. He is saying hello to you all, apparently. So I've gone ahead, I have my photo and a large cut apart piece on the right. On the left, I'm going to just put a little cluster right above the title of my spread, just to kind of balance out one side from the other. I am working with the last little bits of this collection, so I'm just going to have to audition and decide what I think I can fit in and what will look nice on my spread. There's a ton of cut-aparts in this collection, so I am going to end up deciding on a cut-apart piece that I think will work. So you can kind of see here, was such a cute collection. I had lots of it. I loved it. And for those of you curious, I think I am busting through the creativity slump I've been having. So I haven't had a good scrap session where I'm like doing layouts ahead of time. I'm kind of just keeping up with my YouTube schedule and the things that I need, the obligations that I have. But yeah, I think that's okay for now. And I'm not hitting like a creative slump. So when I sit down to create a project, I feel like I'm, firing on all cylinders. But then when I'm finished with the project, I don't want to do another one. I just want to kind of walk away. So, yeah, we're getting there. It could be because school's going to start soon. And I am a homeschooling mama. So I know that for starting the end of August, beginning of September, I spend 80% of my day in what is my scrapbook room because it's also my son's schoolroom. So maybe I just am I know I'm going to spend the next 6 months in here, so let's go out and do stuff. Who knows? Anyway, starting on my next spread, I grabbed Seafoam ink, and I'm doing the same thing, using the same stamp set, stamping out my title or the location, the amusement park that we go to. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of stamp it out, cut it into a strip. Same idea, so making both these spreads a bit similar, using the same products. That really helps to get this album, when I sit down to do spreads in this album, that helps to get them done if I just pull one collection of supplies and use them for both of my spreads. So choosing what I want to do for my pattern paper, I just chose one this time. The other one was that gingham print that I thought would work well with the colors I have going on. Went through all of those small cut-apart sheets, and there are cut-apart sheets or cut-apart pieces in this collection that have amusement park rides. So I'm going through and kind of handpicking those elements. It's all cut-aparts, but that's okay. Again, this album is already pretty chunky. I know I only have 2 more spreads to do, but I decided that it would be good for me to go ahead and try to use as much of the paper and the cut-aparts as I could for this spread, because this collection is almost totally ready to be disassembled and put in with other things for making kits and such. So I went ahead and I have this little cute little piece that I'm going to go ahead and adhere back behind my photo to create just a little bit of a cluster. Again, using my Vintage Photo Distress ink to kind of ink everything up. And I'm going to put the photo on the left side, and then on the right, I'm going to just do a collection of those cut apart pieces, keeping it really simple for this spread. I think I have kept most of the spreads for this little mini book pretty simple. Also, I've been loving this mini book. It's so cute. I am super excited for it, for the project to be done. Yes, I will do a flip through later when it's finished, after we've done the whole series. But it is a really nice book. I have been absolutely loving having a mini cinch and being able to make these books. And besides, I want to finish this one. I don't want to have so many books hanging around here that need to be finished. I have enough unfinished mini books here that need finished. But my next project that I decided I want to put in a mini book, I definitely want to do a 6x8 album, because I know my cinch will do that size. So I went ahead and fussy cut this tag, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on. It's just going to add a little bit, something that's not rectangle. Like, it just looked like everything was a rectangle. So I thought it'd be cute to go ahead and fussy cut that piece. Once I have all of these pieces trimmed out and inked up, then I can just go ahead and kind of create a cluster above my stamped title for this spread. So I'm letting some of these pieces kind of hang off the edge. Please excuse my voice. Oh, my voice. I have a little bit of a cold / sniffly thing, and I'm not really congested, but my voice is so bad it keeps totally just like copping out on me. It's like, bye-bye, see ya. So you can see here I'm doing this. I'm kind of collaging those pieces together, just like I did with the photo and the 2 pieces on the left. I'm doing something very similar on the right. I'm going to trim off the pieces that are kind of overhanging here. And then these 2 spreads are done. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you are enjoying this series. We're almost finished, just 2 more spreads and my book is done. Have a wonderful day and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.